On January 28th, explosions were heard in temporarily occupied Crimea. According to eyewitnesses, white smoke was seen in the area of the Feodosia port and dark gray smoke rose above the Feodosia oil depot. Classes in schools in the city were temporarily suspended. It is reported that one of the drones, which Russian air defense failed to shoot down, crashed near the commercial port. City residents also report that a large caliber anti-aircraft gun was operating in the port area, after which information emerged about 2 probable hits. Local residents confirm a hit on a ship, with its type being clarified. The occupying Russian authorities are not commenting on the situation. A subscriber also reports that preliminarily there was a strike on radar stations under the domes on Mount Tep Oba near Feodosia. At the same time, the Russian Ministry of Defense claimed to have allegedly shot down 28 drones over Crimea, without specifying how many drones they failed to intercept. Subsequently, according to local residents as reported by Krymsky Veter, military leadership arrived in Feodosia to assess the aftermath of the attack. A Mi-8 helicopter landed on the territory of the military unit. Meanwhile, Russian social media channels report that it was loud in Sevastopol. Earlier, during the night of December 28th, attack drones once again targeted sites in Crimea, a key Russian military stronghold in the Black Sea. Radar reconnaissance and support facilities for Russian forces in the region came under attack. The aftermath of the attack was captured on video published by Robert Brody, the commander of the Ukrainian Armed Forces Unmanned Systems. Also in December of last year, the Security Service of Ukraine struck Russian military infrastructure in occupied Crimea. During a nighttime operation at the Belbek airfield, various expensive equipment worth hundreds of millions of dollars was destroyed and put out of commission.
In Sevastopol, occupied by Russia on the Crimean Peninsula, powerful explosions occurred on the morning of Wednesday, January 28th. The events unfolded so quickly and on such a large scale that the Russians even had to close the illegally constructed Crimean bridge for more than 7 hours, from midnight until morning. Interestingly, the Russians declared an air raid alert in Crimea only after the explosions had already occurred. According to the Telegram channel Crimean Wind, this may indicate a strike by Ukrainian defense forces on Russian air defense targets. In particular, monitors report that 2 powerful explosions were heard near the Belbek airfield at 7:39 a.m. Kyiv time. Furthermore, additional explosions were also clearly heard at night in the area of Cape Violant and near the Saki airfield in Novofedorivka. Crimean Wind also reports a powerful strike on the Kacha airfield around midnight. It is no secret that in temporarily occupied Crimea, the Russians tightened security measures for the New Year holidays, particularly on the Kerch, that is, the Crimean Bridge. The enemy is trying to maintain a dense air defense presence on the peninsula, hiding equipment outside populated areas. This was stated on the air of the telethon by the spokesperson of the Ukrainian Navy, Dmytro Pletenchuk. It's hard to reinforce or add anything on the bridge there. One should not forget that the Russians have other problems in Crimea as well. There, from time to time, cotton blooms, the so-called bavovna. And the Crimean Bridge continues to remain one of the vital and key strategic sites they guard. During the New Year holidays, they significantly strengthened police measures there. But I cannot say that the configuration of the defense system can fundamentally change in any way at all, the military official said. At the same time, he furthermore pointed out that the Russians periodically change the regulations and protocols regarding movement across the bridge. In particular, introducing additional restrictive prohibitions such as on hybrid vehicles and electric cars. But this does not fundamentally affect the comprehensive security system on the Crimean Bridge. Pletenchuk voiced significant doubt about the reliability of Russian air defense systems, recalling a particular situation that occurred in one of the countries, clearly referring to the nation of Venezuela. The official spokesperson stated in a recent briefing, "A recent example in a very hot country showed that the total number of Russian-manufactured air defense systems basically doesn't make any significant difference. Of course, the more of them there are, the harder the challenge becomes. But for modern means of aerial attack, as it turns out, these specific systems are not very effective at all. Well, yes, there are quite a large number of them currently stationed in Crimea, and of course the Russians are desperately trying to maintain at least the density that allows them to more or less survive there. He also added that there are often significant and powerful military strikes being carried out on Russian military targets located on the peninsula. Many such operations by Ukraine's defense forces remain in the shadows. Similarly, it is impossible to objectively monitor such targets 100%. As the official representative of the Ukrainian Navy explained, these are strictly closed locations. Enemy equipment is hidden and moved by the adversary, usually outside populated areas. But it can still be clearly heard. According to him, apparently the air defense in Crimea is still not as reliable as the Russians would like. At the same time, Pletenchuk noted that enemy aircraft are present in the air, including patrol and reconnaissance flights, as well as unmanned drones and so on. Relevant Russian military units are currently stationed in occupied Crimea and, according to him, as he explained, they are forced to remain there until the very end of the conflict. Therefore, the day when Russian aviation repeats the actions of the Russian fleet in Crimea will become another turning point. It will definitely come. I am sure that they will definitely be driven out, just like the ships from our Crimea, but for now, at least, they continue to operate, said the spokesperson for the Ukrainian Navy. Do you believe in the destruction of both Russian aviation and the Crimean bridge in Crimea? Share your thoughts in the comments and we will definitely read them. That's all for now. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video. And we will see you again very soon for more fascinating updates.